Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a new episode of It's a Progressive World, a lighthearted show about everything and nothing. As always, you can find timestamps down below, and please like and subscribe. Alrighty, Sam, we're back with just a little bit of usual fun, the same. But they're all dropping out. Is this the last video we can make on these
Eh, Probably. It's like we're running out of
people?
topics, I feel. I mean, yeah, it's not a good time for the progressive world, let's just say. It's really funny times, but not a good time. Man,
But
there
I
are a
mean,
couple
he's
of
still
stories
in,
this week.
right? Cornel West has actually not dropped. I mean, I don't know
No,
if
no,
he's
he's
actually
not
in the
dropping out.
race, so I don't know if he
No.
can drop out, but
He's technically, apparently, in some states on the race, according to certain legends. But he's no, it's gonna be a good one, man. Yeah, there is some updates with him that are genuinely fun. The only one that's officially out is Marianne Williamson and Jenk, although he's the one who insists he's in, but I'm legally speaking, he's out. Like,
True, I forgot.
like,
No, I think Cenk actually dropped out.
did he? I thought he said no, but if I come fifth in a state and everybody gets
You're
scared with
right.
me.
You're
So he had a
right.
new reason, didn't he? Anti-YT had a
Yeah, you're
whole
right.
new like rationale why they should vote for him. Announces, oh god damn. Fool. Why is he so pissed off in his presidential announcement?
Because someone has to do something. Oh yeah,
Something.
where's the video where he claims that
Somebody
he's like the
has to become the
biggest
laughing stock.
like the most famous anti-Trump person? Like, what? How can that even
Oh
be
yeah,
like
yeah, that
possible?
was his thing. That was his theory. I am the most anti-Trump guy,
Yeah.
and if I'm in the race, people will take
No,
anti-Trumpness
I'm sorry.
seriously.
There's a lot of competition.
Yeah, come on.
In
No,
that
he can do it. I'm
area.
pretty sure he can do it.
Just the
Don't
level
sell him
of
short.
delusion. He probably thinks he's also like, I don't know, the strongest weightlifter in the world. And like, if you really
I
tried for 2 weeks,
if for yeah, exactly. Give him 2 weeks.
he's that
Can
kind of
lift more than
person,
anyone.
I swear.
I mean, to be honest, I am a bit too, so yeah, I
Uh,
sympathize with him. But no, I think he's still in. Marianne is out though, so you can, I think, play Marianne's video, which was the most sort of calming. It's almost like a one of those, do you get those adverts for that app Calm? That is like,
yeah, kind of.
listen to us tell you a story while you sleep. It felt like one of those videos. It was very weird. But yeah, she dropped out. Do you think she dropped out too soon? She should have stayed in, I feel. Should have
I think she has stayed a
fought
few
in the
weeks
convention.
until after the election, you know, like
Wow.
until like February 2025, she should have
Let's
stayed.
see if she can get a cabinet position.
Like, no, they've
Let's just stick
announced
it
all the
out.
cabinet positions. It's over.
I know I mean, I gotta give her that. She has some dignity. I mean, what's her
Yeah, no,
name?
no.
Nikki Haley. She's still running, man. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. Like the Republicans came out, officially sent her a letter saying, we are all with Trump now. Just please, just let's end this right now. She's like, no, no, I'm running. It's very surprising.
Yeah, no. Some people think that, if Nikki Haley was the candidate, she would actually have a better chance because then a lot of people who vote Democrat because they're disgusted of Trump and will vote uh, Republican because Nikki Haley's like kind of like the appearance of like a centrist kind of person. But no, I think her unpopularity is too low for any of this, for that to happen. Of course, as we always say, the margins are so small because people vote Democrat, Republican, no matter what. But within that margin, like, she doesn't have
No, no,
any
I
popularity to steal people in that sense. And, and Democrats don't hate Biden. I don't, like, a Democrat has nothing against Biden, right? Or
now
do
I
they?
think they do. Now, in 4 years of very bad economics and Israel Palestine kind of
I don't
genocide.
think that's enough for them to not
I
vote
don't
for
know, man.
him.
No, 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 no. I'm not saying not to vote, but they don't
Yeah,
love him. I think
yeah,
he was likable. Now it's like, okay, I'll do it if I have to, type of situation. I
yeah.
feel it's become like that. It's like he's nowhere near half as popular. He's not even half as popular as Obama was before his second
He's
term
not half as
election.
popular, but he's not gonna get half less votes, if you see what I
True,
mean.
true.
Yeah.
No, I
So,
agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah,
I mean, for sure
votes
the race is
are
going to be neck
about
and neck. I don't know which one is going to win. I would give 1 or
that's the
2% more
thing,
to
man.
Trump, but it's going to
Besides
be neck and neck.
besides the last two elections, we've pretty much realized all the polls are bullshit. So it is interesting to see this time we find out if Trump supporters are just the extremely vocal minority. I mean, I guess if we go by
No.
the last election, they are not just the minority. So
No, it's
yeah,
just
I mean, I don't
it's
know.
going to be like last
I,
time, extremely
yeah.
close.
Oh, that sure, but I'm just saying, like in terms of if Nikki Haley would have done better, meh, it's I guess possible because some people might just come vote for Biden out of hatred for Trump, I suppose.
Yeah, just like last time. I mean, just nothing has changed. I'm just curious about how
No, I'm
much
saying if
Obama won each
Nikki
time.
Haley.
Jesus Christ. You see, he got 52% of the votes in
Mhm.
2008 versus 45%, right? Popular vote
Yeah,
over 10 million more than John McCain. And then in
yeah.
2012, 51, yeah, this time only 5 million more than
Mhm.
Romney. Romney gave it his all. And
Yeah,
then let's see,
I mean, it's right.
2020 election, what was the difference?
Let's see.
Oh, what? He got 7 million more votes.
Oh wow, really?
Biden than Trump. Yeah, he also beat by 51 to 46. Very
I
interesting. That's a
mean,
might higher margin
obviously,
than what I
come
recall.
here, come here. I'm sorry, but you're obviously ignoring the election fraud committed by Biden administration and the voting machine.
Whatever.
I
So,
mean,
however you
Trump,
get there, I
my
don't.
president forever.
I'm
You're
focusing on the
ignoring that.
end.
Uh,
He
no,
he won by quite a
man.
margin. So
People hate Trump though. That's not a Biden vote. That's a Trump hate
yeah.
vote.
So
You
they
know. No,
exactly.
no.
I mean, I
But
don't care
if
how they get there, but
people, no, no. The question was, would Nikki Haley would do better?
going you're going back to that. Yeah.
Nikki Haley would not be as hated as Trump.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. But then, yeah, maybe I don't know. Who knows?
But
Maybe
then
she
her
would
own,
have been.
but Trump is also beloved.
But yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, Nikki Haley wouldn't have been beloved by
Yeah.
anyone, but she could have been hated if they spent some advertising money on it. I mean, if we go by
He is
history,
hated
every
though.
election, she's not. Nobody cares about her enough, I think, to hate her. I doubt, right? No, I
Yeah.
mean, come on. Not like Trump, the way people hate
No,
Trump.
yeah.
I mean, you know.
Of course.
But
But
I mean, but then again, yeah, Democrats have a tendency to always, whoever is running for election, they say he's the devil. So she
hmm
could have been made to be hated. So who knows?
True.
But yeah, Marianne is out, so
Oh,
that's
but she was
the
actually covered by MSNBC.
her. Yeah, when she
Oh no, this is
leaves,
four
they
years
tend to
ago.
cover that. Oh, is it? Shit, sorry,
This is the last time.
I,
This time, I don't
I'm
think they.
sorry.
I swear to God, I bet you
They
this
didn't
time they
cover.
didn't
I
cover it.
guess I
Whether he
didn't want
is
to put like
defrauding.
all just Vanguard videos, but
Marianne
I
Williamson
guess
has dropped out of the race.
also the video I watched was from 4 years ago. Yeah,
You see, this proves
I'm
my theory
completely
that
out,
this
guys.
this year's election is non-existent. There's no such thing. You'll see there
It's
won't be a
yeah.
wiki page for
I swear.
2024.
Do you
It'll
think
be
she's?
2020, 2028. You'll see this one is just not happening. It's an illusion. The whole thing. This time there's no election. They're skipping this round.
God damn it! I completely no. I'm just yeah. I'm pretty sure she dropped out. I'm
Oh, I know she
doubting
has.
even
No,
the
no,
news
I
story.
sent you Democracy Now thing that she dropped out.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right, thank God. So I'm not just
Yeah.
I genuinely like I thought I am just experiencing dementia at this point and I'm just reliving 4 years ago or
Yeah,
something.
I
So
mean, it
okay.
doesn't make a difference, but yeah, I wonder
Oh,
if she was covered
having
at all.
dementia?
No, this election and the previous election.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, no, she suspended it. AP says that she.
She's not fully out. It's
I
just
thought
a
no, no. She
suspension.
drops. Yeah, it's so. Yeah, no, I told you she's coming back February 2025, just in case. Post election, you
Right.
never know.
Biden is dead then.
They
Uh,
covered her.
Yeah, she's out. I mean, good for her. She should focus on just, I think going back to the miracles and stuff like that.
Let's see what she says here.
That's from four
So,
years ago,
a
isn't
little
it?
No, not
conversation
this
about
one.
where we
Oh,
are.
this is the
When
one I
I
watched,
came
so I'm
in
not
at less than
crazy. I'm not mad.
5% in New
Sorry,
Hampshire,
happy.
it really felt like a fork in the road. There was a time when I thought we were going to make it to 15%, or we had a good shot at it. And then 4 days before, there were these multi-million-dollar ads 4 days in a row, super.
Oh,
I
that's
feel
not what
like
happened.
every clip
Bullshit.
has she been outdoors for this presidential campaign? Every clip I've seen of her, she doesn't even look like she's at home. It looks like some kind of hotel room or
I'm
maybe
guessing,
her
yeah, she was
living room.
campaigning. I guess
I've
that's
yet to
the.
see her outside. I'm starting to get suspicious over this whole election.
Yeah,
It didn't happen.
I don't know.
Packed
But
fun.
maybe she's doing a Brandon Schwab thing. She's using her campaign as a way to sleep with a lot of the married men and covering it up, But I mean, again, I love this narrative that remember, whenever anybody asks about how our channel is going, we were doing great. We were pretty sure we are gonna grow, very fast. But then these big channels with big money came in. Talking about
Super package.
they don't know who you are. Who are you? We don't like. It's not
That's the
true. None
thing.
of
I don't think they're, all these people who ran, especially her, who else? Cornell, given how fucked up his thing is, he never really
oh
reached a point where they needed to
yeah, do anything
go
about
after.
them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, maybe he or she's stating what? That there were some ads, right? Let me see.
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
Multi-million-dollar ads. That's like, of
That
course an
three
ad
people
goes
saw.
multi-million. It's just like a funny thing.
I don't think they even like. I think ad revenue is low. Like, I don't know. Anyway, go ahead, play.
$1 million ads 4 days in a row, super PAC funded ad campaigns with which we could not even begin to compete.
So why did you
I
start
had to
this
sort of
bullshit?
process this on a personal level. And I actually made a video and I wrote a letter, and it was the sort of classy, dignified, gracious way out. And
This
then
video has had 8,000
the
views.
idea that there's just going to be a
Oh my God.
combination. That the machine just muted everyone, that the machine didn't want to have expressing a voice. And
I mean,
This really
didn't.
undermines like when these things actually happen to bigger people who are, who at least somebody wants to see them or is wanted. I mean, come on.
You talk about Cenk. I mean, I guess Cenk is more delusional, probably. But this
That's
is
why they
like,
should have
yeah,
had a side tournament with these guys all going up against each other. That would have made for
that's why they
decent
should
YouTube
form their
TV
own.
for us.
Like,
Their own
yeah, they should.
country and then
They should take over Epstein Island. They should give it to these people. And but they should form their own third party. Then we can have, I feel like then we can have more fun, because then we have this constant running gag of them, like, doing this type of stuff, right? Now it's only once every 4 years whenever they are going against Democrats, right? But if there is a, like, there's three of them in the Green Party, or they put three of
Yeah.
them are in the
But
same
none
party,
of them
then
are like politicians or do this full time, so they can't.
yeah, no, that's true.
Cornell
That's
just
Cornel, yeah, is
thought of it like
trying to
2
get
days
laid.
ago. Cenk, who knows?
Cornel, yeah. No. I mean, Cenk is actually the most stand-up among all of them. It's probably the rest. But yeah, it would have been fun, like, But anyways, so Marianne is out. The big money people came after her, and I'm sure the
Multi-million
Israeli
dollar ad.
lobby.
Like any ad for TV will cost $1 million or so. And then of course you're going
I'm
to run
not
it for a
sure
few days.
anymore, man. I see, like, on satellite these days, I see advertisement for flash drives with musics on them.
No, that's
I'm
different, but one
genuinely
for
like
people, yeah.
shocked. I'm like,
Yeah,
how
you're
much
right.
does that cost? It's like probably $5 every time they run that ad, or less, I imagine. I don't know.
I mean, they could have just ran a
Super Bowl.
video of, a video of Marianne Williamson, and yeah, not shot really anything and all that, and just paid for the ad time. But yeah.
Oh, you mean they didn't have to smear her or anything?
No, they did, but
Sure.
smeared her with like a shitty edited random video, and a voiceover.
I mean, they
So
didn't.
that
I
would
don't think they need to edit anything. They just can play the original. Just play the original. People will make their make their. You have this option. There's a lady about talking about. Anyways, but no, yeah. I mean, she's probably the most dignified. I mean, it's surprising though, man. I genuinely
yeah,
didn't think
exactly. Out of
Cornel West gonna be look so much like a clown. I really didn't think.
yeah,
I mean, it's gonna today's update. It's gonna break you. I think
oh really.
it might genuinely break you for like in a good way from joy.
Yeah. Well,
Not in a,
let's move on then. Let's go there. But you're right. Between Cenk, Marianne Williamson,
and
and
Cornel
Marianne was like the most normal, dignified.
dignified by far. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, she was the most like.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I
Cornell's
could
just a joke, and
if
Cenk,
I
of
ran.
course, is not like fully stable. Let's say. I mean, there's
No,
many ways you can.
Cenk is volatile, right? Don't touch him; he's gonna explode. No. But like Marianne is somebody, if you run into her in a party or something, you would just lie and pretend that no, you're right, you're absolutely right. Like the
Yeah.
machine has stopped you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In that sense,
Like,
I was gonna
just
say
to
if
get
not,
on
she
with
could be
life.
fun and chill.
Yeah, no, she's fun. Like you
Yeah.
know, I'm saying she's normal. Like you would,
Yeah.
but with those two, like with Cornel, I feel like I have to first make sure my mom or grandma aren't around. Like he's gonna make a move. That's the first thing to worry about. Get your family out of your Cornel is in
Get
the
all
house.
elders.
Lock up your mothers and your
Anybody
grandmothers.
40 and up is,
You have an old
is
aunt.
under
Yeah,
threat.
get rid of her right now.
Cornell has
I'll
been
get
with
rid
his
of-
wife for
Yeah.
3 months now, historically based on a 5 wife average. He's hitting the end of the period and he's looking for new blood
In
right now.
two last match at the end of the honeymoon period. So and then yeah.
For Iranian, he's gonna break an Iranian fellow's heart.
Let's play the video because I don't think he's gonna be able to. I don't think he's gonna be able to because Iranian women are truly lionesses of women. I don't know. They are lionesses of some kind, I think. So Jordan Charton, he had an interview with Jordan Charton, independent news guy, all that. He had an interview with Vanguard duo. And they talked about the interview he did with Cornel West. And I love these people because they all take all of these so seriously, man. It's like, I'm pretty sure most Dungeon and Dragons like games involve more people than like Cornel West's campaign. But anyway, play from minute 51. Apparently there is some updates about the drama behind the scenes. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was around the minute 50, but we'll play around it a little.
And check this out, Vanguard Boys have hit 31 subscribers. For a while, they were stuck around 27-ish.
Yes, that was I remember seeing 29 for a while.
Yeah. They've been crisis-free, I'm guessing, for a while. Because you remember, like a year or so ago, they would get hit by a big crisis every few weeks.
Yeah, they would do an interview and fuck. But why did you insult his mom? I don't know. Okay. Or they would do a documentary, which turns out to be like a 10-minute video with the shadow of Jesse Ventura.
Oh my god! He's the only person who didn't join this election, yeah. Or was he also running? Maybe he was running.
I feel like he was kind of saying, "Look, if the Greens say I'm their man." But the Greens didn't, so he was no. Okay, no. I think he's gonna run for Mexico's. He lives in Mexico or something. I swear to God, I'm pretty sure he lives in Mexico. I think he's gonna run for presidency there.
But okay, all right, let's play this.
The full story. That's just from people I've talked to. That I think there was more that went on, outside of just.
Could you expand on that?
I literally don't know. I was
you
just
don't know.
told.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't know
was
if you knew and you couldn't tell us, and you could.
no. I was
ballpark.
supposed to talk to somebody in his camp, and it hasn't happened yet. But I was told that there was more stuff, particularly between Jill Stein and Cornel West, that happened that are beyond
Wait.
not like anything salacious, but just stuff that really turned him off. So that's not a defense. That's just what I was told. If I find out stuff, I will certainly report it to you guys.
Sure, because I heard. Yeah, I heard the speculation, like people say, well, and I believe this comes from Peter Dow. He tweeted about saying like, hey, we advised against him having somebody close to him at such like an advisor level. So I imagine that when Jill Stein was like,
wait, did he make a move on Jill Stein?
Listen, no. Well, there may have been steps taken to prevent. Such a thing. Watch.
The Green Party has like 3 staff. 2 were tasked with just making sure.
Only one of them is above 60, and Cornel went for it. No, frankly.
Bernie Sanders, Jill Stein was well known to be his closest advisor, but she was not running his campaign. I don't know if his wife.
They're talking about
Jill Sanders. Is who you mean?
Yeah,
Jane Sanders.
I'm sorry, Jane Sanders was known like. Bernie could have all the advisors and campaign managers, but she was his closest advisor. She is who he went to for like final decisions, but she wasn't running the day-to-day campaign. Right. I don't know if Cornel West's wife is or not. She seems like a lovely person, but she's definitely involved with the campaign. I could tell just from talking to her. So
so we finally have an insider.
Did you see what happened? So the Iranian wife is kind of running Cornel's campaign. And I feel like she was like, Cornel, you're not running as a Green Party candidate. You're spending way too much time with Jill Stein. And I'm not one of these American bitches, all right? I'm not going to let you just run around just having... And this is not me. Jordan Chatterton used the word salacious. Look, you look at dictionary's definition of salacious: having or conveying undue or inappropriate interest in sexual matters. So he said it's nothing salacious, which I feel like he's
Cornel.
Opposite of what he's saying. Yeah, Cornel. I feel like Cornel was about to do something undue, and the Iranian wife was like, no, you're running independently now. Stop it, Cornel. Stop, Cornel. Bad Cornel. Come back.
Hilarious.
No?
She is heavily involved.
What do you think of my theory?
Co-running the campaign.
Oh, I think your theory's spot on. I think that's 100% what happened.
100%. Thank you. No, by the way, that's the highlight of the...
Yeah, let me see a bit more though. Just a minute or so for laughs.
Sure.
Campaign. I mean, that's just a bad decision. Having nothing to do with her as a person, you can't have your wife or somebody that close.
Of course, nothing to do with
Although it's just bad politics.
She's Iranian.
To run for president, have somebody be your advisor, and then when people are like, "Oh, I'm skeptical of the decision making of that person," be like, "Don't lash out against my family." It's like, don't make your fucking family your advisor. I'm sorry, you're running for president.
But I also think Cornel West, and I think he would be open to this description. He's not the mechanic, he's the designer. So he's not an in-the-weeds person, and he doesn't want to be the in-the-weeds person on ballot access, strategy, this and that.
For sure, he doesn't want to
share his ideas. He wants.
I a bit agree with that. I agree with the sentiment, but that analogy was still bad because even the artist or the designer has some kind of reliability and just sticking to the. He's more like a. I'm trying.
No,
I don't know. The analogy was.
Here, what he means is like he's an ideas man. He doesn't know the nitty gritty. But yeah, I mean the analogy should be right now here.
Yeah. No, he's more like the analogy is more like
he's
Cornel West is not the director. He's kind of Cornel West is not like the band manager. He's kind of, I don't know, the lead singer who has like an alcohol and drug problem, but is just very talented at the same time too.
Yeah,
that's a better analogy.
That's a positive, but okay.
I would go with
that's a more correct analogy.
He's the wild 16-year-old talent or 18-year-old with all the girls surrounding him and stuff, and you just have to make sure that he performs the show. And then the groupies come to him after the show. That's kind of more
Yeah,
Cornel
no,
rather
that's
than
yeah.
the designer. It's like
Yeah, I think designer is I'm not sure what he designed, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, it's not a good like
But
Cornel
yeah.
is like this campaign might end up ruined. I mean, had like 7 divorces, so I don't know, but like I was gonna say this campaign might ruin his life as well as his,
No, he
political
bounces back. He's
credibility,
very
but
resilient
yeah, he
when it comes
bounces back very fast.
He takes
He's
like,
good.
an
Or
afternoon off, just grieves by himself a bit, and that's it. The next day, back on the
Yeah,
market.
let's hit a bingo night, and
Within
pick
that
up
week,
some
he
chicks.
closes it. He has someone permanent with him.
Yeah, going to Florida for a week.
Going to
Retirement homes. I'm hitting every retirement home in Florida.
retirement home hopping, going just to different cafeterias when they have dinner at 6 every night.
Having soup with everyone in town. He's great. Yeah, but he's right. He's not given up though. He has not dropped out, unlike Marianne.
I mean, why? It's like nothing is there's nothing to drop out of. I don't know what would he drop out of?
Or to drop in, for that matter.
Just nowhere to drop in nor
Or
out. Let me see
I'm
if they
just
say
online.
anything else.
Sounds
Wait,
like
see
Steve
what-
Jobs said when he took credit for everybody else's work.
Exactly. So if you don't want to be down in the mud on the logistics of it all,
I
then
played
you
the
need to
orchestra.
you need to have an apparatus around you that has been there, done that. Not that the Green Party has been successful on the national level, but they've been, of all third parties, they've been the most.
Yeah, Jordan Sheridan saying when we say like he needs a team around him. But even a team, I don't know, man. This guy looks
At
like a
this
bit.
point,
You yourself can't be this much of a loose cannon. And just like
Yeah, he can.
no wonder the Green Party couldn't manage him. Even the Democrat, they would have to throw like half of the White House staff at him, to manage him.
I can't
Green
wait for
Party.
do you think we can expect like a tell-all book at some point from either Jill Stein or Cornel West about like the internal conflicts? What was it over? Did he
But he
make a
also did
move
it
on
for
Jill?
2 months. I mean, I don't even know nothing could have, what could have.
No, he could
And
have
it's not
made
like
some
every
moves.
day they were together in like an office or headquarter. So pretty much
But,
Cornell met
no.
with Green Party people like 5 times,
How
and
do
that
you
was
know
enough
all
to
of
fuck
this?
shit up.
You read this book that I'm
I
talking
can just
about?
imagine. I can just.
I
What do you
don't know,
think?
man.
No,
At
I
least
know.
one of them can use like their imagination and write something good. At least something good needs to come out of this
No, I
bullshit.
mean, no, something good could come out. No, even within 2 visits would be enough. Cornell gets to know Jill Stein the first time they see each other. The second
that-
time he makes the move.
Make him move. What do you think his go-to move is? Like,
Probably
you look
lecturing
good in
you.
that blue.
And then like
yeah.
throwing little things and then slowly moving closer and closer.
Yeah, I can imagine him just going through like a trance sort of situation, just reading poetry until the lady just gives up and whatever, do whatever you want.
But did you not send me also a video of like Cornel West giving another interview?
That was this video. It was the clipped version of this video, I think. He was
does
giving
he
an
say funny
interview
stuff
with
there?
yeah, he does. If you want to go to Vanguard, no, it's I don't know if it's exactly, but they talk about it too here too.
Oh.
I don't know if it's in this video, but he talks about
It should be in this video.
he talks about with the black guy who's trying to use Tim Black, the guy who's trying to use Cornel West as a sort of rehabilitation to fame or something. He was talking to him about Jimmy Dore stuff. Apparently he's upset about Jimmy Dore.
Okay, fuck it. I'm not gonna watch it.
It's too boring, man.
It's how lame does it get?
Too many not too many.
Oh, there's a video of why Cornel West is broke by Forbes.
Oh my God, we need to watch this and do a
Cornel West
second by second. All right, camera.
I got no views. What were they thinking? Did they boost this? Forbes, did they put the money?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Forbes. I think there's somebody in Forbes has probably one of their stepchildren of Cornell has a personal grudge, works at Forbes. I'm gonna get the popcorn. Do you want anything?
Oh my God, let's watch a
that's
bit.
the article.
Yeah, that's literally the
Do you think?
article.
Yeah, but do you think they just read out the article, or is it just?
Let me see.
more
So maybe
juicy
some
or-
of our viewers who watched I don't know, it was a month or two ago when we covered that
Yeah.
hilarious article of from Forbes on Cornel West. But yeah, let's see what they say.
Has been a fixture of American society for more than 3 decades. Ubiquity provided liquidity, and West earned an estimated $15 million or so over the last 30 years. But oddly, as he mounts an independent run for president, his net worth resembles that of a first-year adjunct professor.
Jesus Christ.
Hi,
Yeah,
I'm Ellie
I feel like
Jackson-Jolly.
whoever
I'm
wrote
here
this.
with my colleague,
Oh my God, this
Forbes
is
staff writer Zach Everson.
2 people
Zach,
bitching
thanks
about
for being
Cornel.
here with us.
My pleasure.
Yeah, so
How did you not call us?
Everyone's just down to talk. This guy's like
Shut him
after
up.
his work hours, but it's like if it's on Cornell, I'll show up. They're doing this for free actually on their own time right now.
Yeah, that TV is actually that guy's TV. He brought it from home.
No, Forbes
Just
said,
so
okay,
that-
you guys can use the room. That's fine, but do
the
it
room.
after work.
Forbes, okay, we upload it under
Yeah.
the Forbes channel. You have to make it at home or whatever. We upload it. That's all we can do. But they should have invited us. But anyway, let's see what
Let's-
your team regularly write about the presidential candidates,
Pieces of
digging
shit.
into their wealth. How much money do they have? What are their assets? And so most recently, you did that for Cornel West. Cornel West, political philosopher, most famous for his essays written in 1991, I believe, called Race Matters. Before I ask you how much he's worth, tell us a little bit about Cornel West. What should we know about him?
Really impressive backstory. Came up from pretty humble means. Grew up in Sacramento. Mom was a school teacher and then principal. Dad was a contractor. One of 4 kids. If his autobiography is to be believed, and there's every indication it should be, very smart from a young age. Just tore through academics. Very good athlete. He was active in track. He said played the violin. Very active on the dating and dancing scene. Even talk about what a dancer he was. Went to Harvard at the age of 17. Graduated in 3 years, in part because he was afraid he was going to run out of money to pay for it. And then he went to Princeton on a full scholarship, got his PhD. But even before he had graduated Princeton, he was publishing, he was teaching at other colleges, and just one of the modern America's foremost thinkers. And I mean, public intellectuals. We're not a country that really has a lot of public intellectuals, but he is certainly one of them. And it was crossed into the mainstream. You recognize him. He's got a very distinct look. He wears the same outfit every day. He's been in the Matrix sequels where they created parts specifically for him, and now running for president.
Yeah. So okay, tell me what is he worth? And what are his assets?
Wow.
Sure,
He's
he
not
is worth
impressed.
about nothing, is our estimate. He has 2 assets, the best that we can tell. He owns part of a home in
That's
Princeton, New
not
Jersey,
true.
that he
That's what I'd
co-owns
say.
with the university there, and that's worth a little bit over $200,000. And then he also has a retirement fund that's worth over $200,000 as well. But he owes a little bit less than that in tax liens to the U.S. government.
Shit, man, his retirement fund is only 200,000 if he's been I mean, yeah, I guess in the US, but I mean, he's been working his whole life. He's like in his 60s. That won't
I
last
mean,
you more than 4 years.
This is
That's
plus
if you spend
he owns his
50.
own home.
Turned it into a brothel, so he's making some money renting it.
He's making some money
On the side.
of the bitches. Yes, I forgot about that. No, but he has his own home, right?
Something like
And
that.
$200. What's the interest rate right now in US? 3% or less?
I don't know, but why?
Well, he can live off the interest, can't he? If it's
200,000? No, that's his retirement fund. So I believe, once you retire or something, they'll give you that money. I guess then you can put it in the
that's
bank,
not like
but
the
he'll
money he
probably need-
saved.
that's the money he's saved throughout his career through his like retirement
That's
fund.
that's like his social security, I guess. All right. Okay,
But like
I see what you mean.
supplemented with his work, kind of, additional money that went from his work. So his retirement fund, yeah, which is again nothing. If he needs that, that's like 50K per year if he breaks it down into 4.
You know what Cornel needs to do? No, seriously, this is Cornel's solution is right in front of our eyes. All like he needs to take a page out of Andrew Tate's handbook, move to Romania or somewhere where rent is cheap, and just start like giving advice on how to get laid for older people.
Well, yeah, that'd be nice
For
little
older-
niche. Unfortunately, the market's kind of small because most older people.
In Europe, man, in Europe,
Yeah.
everybody is old. Europe,
Yeah.
Romania.
But by then
Italy.
they might have figured it out. If they could do it by then, they would have figured it on their own.
We know this guy. That's true. All right, that's a good point.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
point. No, I'm just saying, yeah, you can make some money that way. I'm
Let's just
saying
watch
he
5
needs
more
to,
seconds.
no, or more.
Let's see.
Government, which wipes out whatever holdings he has right there.
Okay, but author, scholar, professor,
She's like a
that
sister-in-law. or
doesn't
something.
necessarily say to me that he earned a lot of wealth, but did he at one point?
He, with a name like Cornel West, yeah, he's done very well for himself. We estimate that he's made about $15 million over the past 30 years. Seems to be pretty steady at around about $500,000 a year. And we have some really good information on this from some divorce filings from his third marriage, where his wife really broke down what his earnings
From his
were
ex-wife.
and actually got a list of payments that he received from his speaking agency. So we can see that he made several $100,000 a year in speaking fees. And recently he said he told us that he's made a decent chunk of money on Masterclass. So he's done pretty well there. So his university salaries have been anywhere from about $115,000 to I think $230,000 is what we've been able to track down. But the speaking fees have added to that. And we didn't have information on books, so we left that out. But clearly, he's got other things going on. He's released a CD. He's written numerous books. I mean, there's more to it than that. So I think the $15 million is probably conservative.
He released.
So then,
He's
but
doing
you just
rap
told me
battles.
he's not worth anything. So how did he walk me through this? How did he lose his money?
Two main issues that we can see is he's been married 5 times, and there have been some divorce settlements there that have not been super favorable for him, and tax liens. When he gets paid from the university, they withhold salaries like any other employer will do. But he did not have the taxes withheld from his speeches, he said. And I mean, this also comes out in the divorce filings. So when the tax bill came, he would owe hundreds of thousands of dollars, and he did not have the savings to pay that. And those would just build up year after year after year. I mean, he referred to it to us as like a reptile biting its own tail.
Man, it's hilarious. He literally he lives like a rock star life, and I guess if he can continue being the person that he is, because he's just getting the money, just burning it, not thinking about, it's like every
end of the
person's
year tax.
responsibility. It's like, fuck it.
This is like I'm pretty sure like
What
Wesley
is he
Snipes,
spending
the
his
Hollywood
money?
actor. I'm pretty sure that's how he went to jail. Like he got paid for movies and wouldn't pay his taxes later on, and it's just, I mean.
But how is he going like clubbing and ordering like bottles of champagne? Like, what is he?
He's releasing CDs, man, and all that. This is not cheap. He's releasing,
But
like,
he's
rap.
making money on that kind of stuff. Like, he has no problem
That's the thing, I'm not
generating
sure.
revenue, it seems. It's just that his expense and lifestyle is more. And now I'm
Man,
wondering,
I'm
what is he
starting-
spending this money on?
Man, I'm starting to think this CD not only didn't make him money, probably like he lost some money on that. And I'm starting to think the Matrix cameo he had, I think he might have paid for that or something.
No,
I think
no.
might have been just like he was trying to tell the girls, I was in the movies, like I'm really cooler. I'm guessing at this point. But I mean, I can see like, he wasn't making crazy amounts of money, I suppose, $500,000 a year. Like you are not careful 3 months, you won't save anything. I'm
But
not
that's
joking,
what
man.
I'm saying. Not care from what? I mean, he did say he likes to buy lavish gifts.
Yeah, exactly.
For
You
his-
buy 2 lavish gifts and shit, I can't pay my taxes. You have to be very careful with the lavish gift
Funny, man. He's
purchase and
hilarious.
all that. I don't know. Yeah,
Poor Forbes, though,
that's
man. 8,000. I mean,
this
this
is
shit's not
getting
that.
does this have more views or Marianne Williamson dropping out? Which
This
one
has
has
more
more?
views.
Jesus Christ. Thank you, Forbes. But I love the guy, the lady there. I swear to God, anybody who's like been involved in like in Iran, whenever two people want to get married, there is some character like the lady there who's, well, you say all of this, but the car Japanese, it's not German. You say he's a rich boy, but it's the car. The car is Japanese. I
He's
don't
a
have that.
lawyer, sure, but his suits.
Lawyer, not international law,
Not
corporate. She's so condescending, and he keeps saying
he's a partner, right? Oh, he's not. Oh, he's just a lawyer. Okay, he just
he's
works at the
leasing the
firm.
apartment. He's not it's under his own name, huh? Okay, I see. So he was in that movie, but where is the cash, huh? Where is the dough?
Yeah, good, fair enough.
She's really good. Fair enough. If one of those people who was married to Cornel had somebody like her on their corner, they wouldn't have been married to Cornel West.
Man, I can't believe this actually. They thought this article was so popular only because we read it so many times. They're like, shit, should we also
No, this
make a
video gonna
video?
explode, man. We're gonna watch it like 600 times. I think I'm gonna share. Yeah,
No,
with
but the
YouTube, it's
article
harder.
was far more brutal. I mean, this guy
Oh,
is
yeah.
being brutal, but this guy's like saying like, kind of nice things.
Yeah,
The
in the
article
middle.
was just like, he's a piece of shit,
I think
he
the article was just hair, and they brought him on. We need to have somebody. You can't just go and say mean things about Cornell. That can't be just a video. We are not making a roast video of Cornell, okay? This is Forbes. We have a standard. All right? You can't just go call him a piece of shit, broadcast bitch. You can't do that. You need to. You're not calling it a broadcast bitch. That's not the Forbes standard.
Too
But
funny.
yeah, that was a nice surprise. I feel that was
Yeah.
a really nice surprise.
That was nice.
Really made my day.
But okay, let's take a little second off and then come back to some Matt Taibbi, Joe Rogan, Elon Musk one. Alrighty, Sam, let's have a little bit more fun. Now this clip is from Majority Report. I think they put the best combination of Elon Musk, Matt Taibbi, brought in Joe Rogan. They made a nice little edit there.
No, that's so there was to give context, I suppose, as people
Yeah.
I'm sure know, Elon and Matt collaborated on Twitter file. Breaking news of the century that Twitter, guys, guess what? guys, can you believe it? Twitter is also biased. No. But anyway, so they collaborated on that, and then Elon got tired of their collaboration, let's just say, and they stopped collaborating. But Matt has just released certain new details when he was called, when somebody asked him about why his posts are not as visible as they used to
Yeah.
be, something like that.
On Twitter, I feel like that's all people the whole conversation is no, I should be far more popular. No,
I mean,
yeah. That's
since
all they talk about on
I
Twitter.
feel like after the first 4 years of Twitter, it just became like glitter. No, this is all bullshit.
Yeah.
I actually have millions of
Yeah,
followers.
actually.
I feel like YouTube, but they have been silenced by the big machine that doesn't want me to talk about roads.
Yeah.
So,
No, but I
yeah,
mean, the
it's
way
really-
Twitter is going,
YouTube is turning like that too.
yeah, but I mean, the way Twitter is going, they're going to talk about it here is just very predictable. And what's it called? And secondly, shit, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, and the Twitter files, sorry, just turned out to be like, if you were to make like top 10 the most meaningless stories of 2023, I would put, the Twitter files there. Next to, I don't know, some video of like a local cat being stuck on a tree and then the firefighters had to come.
that involved a couple of firefighters, and actually you had to pay for gas and everything. But I mean, I still think it was a good example of media bias to know about. But yeah, there was no like people. There is this great revelation coming. What is it? CIA called Twitter. They said, please don't do that. And Twitter was like, okay. that was a great revelation. But it was a good example to know about. It's always, I mean, I'm interested to know.
Yeah, it's always a good
workings
example for sure. But I mean, actually, no. And just because of, like,
actually, I take it all back.
Glenn Greenwald and Edward Snowden. Now, those were good examples to come out and know.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
No, that's where I disagree.
No. That's bull. That was more
so
bullshit.
predictable.
At least with Twitter files, I feel like we got to know a specific like examples of they contacted this guy and this one. NSA is spying on people. Oh, they're using their embassies. So
I mean that one had more interesting details of the way it was done, and it was just much more of a fresher story of how like TVs were used and these other kind of things are used. Maybe people wouldn't have thought of that, and it was just much fresher back then. I don't know. I feel.
I don't feel that way. I don't know. That one was the most. I feel that one was the biggest bullshit one. That was like, oh, we're gonna be revelations, and it's they spy on
all the governments
shit.
different.
That was
places.
the biggest.
No, I don't know.
I feel that was the. If I was gonna say the biggest, it wasn't the biggest bullshit story. It was the biggest. Like they built it up so much that it was relative to the build-up. It was bullshit.
I don't know. I think for the time, I mean, I can't remember everything right now, but I think for the time, it was such a more impactful story. This was just nothing. This was just I mean, just the way it was picked up and just the coverage it got. Nobody gave a shit about the Twitter files except people on YouTube.
No, I agree with that. It was a much bigger media story. I agree with that. But impactful, I thought you mean like policy stuff. No, sure. It was the actual story. No, people covered it. I agree. Twitter files was not an actual story.
This is like a Marianne Williamson presidential run of a news story.
Maximum. But
exactly. That's how it was. It all boiled down to tweets that Matt Taibbi put. He didn't even write him. He didn't even let him write an article. He was just like, no, if you want, you can tweet about it. Okay.
You do it in paragraphs. You cannot write. And you're not allowed to use comma. I don't know why. I said, I'm trying to save the world. Okay. Oh God. Man, watching Matt Taibbi will.
Let's watch a bit of this. We're gonna play a good, I think, 4 to 5 minutes here.
Yeah,
so including that
him on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, that has my favorite just sentence. Let's go.
Which, after Elon Musk purchased Twitter and he tried to back out of it because it was quite an elaborate stunt, and now he's lost basically half of the valuation of the company at this point, taking it private. He enlisted Matt Taibbi, journalist, to basically reveal the Twitter files of how the company Twitter, before he bought it, had policies that restricted hate speech, things like that.
Certain quacks.
Yes. The allegations and like what actually ended up getting uncovered, it was a big nothing burger. And there was a lot of talk about how basically
don't bring the good name of
Trump being banned from Twitter at that point was some grave free speech violation. When you see in the files that were released that there were conversations behind the scenes about how Trump had violated the Twitter policies over and over again in his time as president, and they let it slide, which they wouldn't do to other accounts because of his stature as president. So, like, many of these conversations directly contradicted the premise that Elon Musk and Matt Taibbi, by extension, were promoting. Now, when Taibbi did all of this reporting, aka acting as a water boy for a billionaire,
I'm loving it. They don't hold back, eh? Water boy for a billionaire. Love it. Love it.
You think that's harsh? Don't you think that's harsh? I used to like this man at some
No,
point.
well, I never did. I can't remember the reason why I never liked him. I was trying to think the other day. What was
I mean, to be honest, he's
yeah,
not
because of his old school thing of everything that he did as a
Oh
child
yeah,
was the
yeah.
best
You
thing
always
ever.
nagged about that. Yeah, that is. I
True
mean,
that.
now completely. Yeah, I'm with you, man. Yeah. I mean, and like to be honest, you nagged about that so much. Now everybody brings up old school. I'm like, fuck you. I hate this cunt. Yeah, no, I'm with you there.
the requirement was that he publish this all on Twitter. And Matt Taibbi also has a Substack, right? He has his own newsletter. And after this whole PR exercise disguised as journalism ended, Taibbi was launching his Substack, and Elon Musk has some issues with Substack, a rivalry, and that caused a rift between the two. So the other day, Matt Taibbi publishes part of the conversation. Go to the quote tweet, because this is the second tweet that he go to that and then scroll up to, that's what he's responding to. So someone asked him at Matt Taibbi, why are your X accounts so invisible? I literally have to switch to my followed timeline to see your posts. And Elon, he turns on Elon here, Taibbi, because Elon Musk is uncomfortable around people who aren't afraid of him and wants to prove he can hurt my business instead of just talking to me, even if it means suppressing access to news he thinks is important. And then Taibbi published some of the screenshots of their
wait. Does whatever bullshit he's doing on Substack, does that count as business? Is that... Oh, sorry, I lost you again.
Okay, sorry about that. That was actually my fault. But yeah, I love just this, and the way she kind of reads Matt Taibbi's, her impression of Matt Taibbi is pretty decent, I find. I don't know. You probably don't think so.
No, I thought it was good.
I love that even if it means suppressing access to news he thinks is important. He's still sucking up. He's like, however, I can get back. I can go back down on my knees if you want me to. Just play ball.
Pull out your cock. Pull it out. Pull it outside.
Give me a little bit of pocket change or something, though, in return.
So even if it means
suppressing, he loves this. He's such a Matt Taibbi thing, suppressing access.
And
the news he thinks is important.
Exactly. Just
I mean, I can't do his voice at all, but it's just she does a pretty good job.
She does pretty good job. But the idea that Elon, freedom of speech at Twitter, that is very important. Yeah. But my personal beef with Matt, that's not gonna let me. Like, what is this soap opera you're creating around your own? Like, people mythologize their own life, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's good for business, I guess.
I mean, did people, before we cut off, did people hear my fantastic sort of snipey comments there I made?
No, I don't think so.
No? Oh my God.
What was it?
Because she was reading that he wants to, he can hurt my business. And I asked you.
Oh, his Substack.
Does Substack count as business?
No, and I said he's making a good chunk of money, though, I think. So it does. I'm sure he's making money off. I'm sure Matt Taibbi is making money in general. I'm not saying he's a multimillionaire. I'm just saying
he's
earning a living.
I'm just being honest. I categorize like Substack as sort of, same category as begging. That was the Substack system. I didn't count those people having Substack as businesses. I counted them as beggars.
Begging
I gotta be honest.
Too.
Yeah, you're right.
Donation or paying for something, same thing.
Yeah, begging.
No, but actually, it's not. It's not begging though, because it's not donation based.
Like
guys, Substack, you have to pay. It's a service though. It's not.
Sorry?
It's not optional on Substack. So actually, it's not. If you don't pay, you can't read his shit.
Sure, yeah, you're right. You can't hear the begs if you don't pay. It's like a reverse. Yeah, you're right. It's almost like the masochists. Yeah, you're right.
Well, let's
No,
watch a bit more.
I'm not talking about people who are actually. There's a lot of people doing fucking amazing work there. I'm joking. Anyway,
He published some of the screenshots of their conversations. I mean, just you would have hoped that he would have had this kind of level
yeah, that might be
of transparency, when he was actually doing reporting on the
Can't do this in
billionaire who was
band.
his primary source. But alas, he messaged him in April of last year. Elon, am I being shadow banned? Oh, we went on lockdown after discovering that Substack had stolen a massive amount of our data to pre-populate their Twitter ripoff. Looks like there's still a blanket search ban. Should be fixed tomorrow. Going forward, tweets with Substack will not appear in For You unless it is paid advertising, just like Facebook, Insta, etc. They will appear in Following. And then this is another part of their conversation from a few days later, April of last year. Elon, I've repeatedly declined to criticize you and have nothing to do with your beef with Substack. Oh, please, billionaire, come back to me.
I've S'd your D.
Is there... Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, you could have just gone for it. Is there a reason why I'm being put in the middle of things? This seems really crazy. And then Elon says, you are dead to me. Please get off Twitter and say on Substack. This is about the Substack thing? Seriously? And so Matt says, since Elon Musk published parts of these conversations, I might as well include others. I was under a blanket...
Man, it literally looks like a 14-year-old, two 14-year-olds breaking up.
yeah, that was my first impression. But now looking back,
You were
I
dead
gotta
to
say,
me.
I am taking the "you are dead to me" part out, which is written by a 3-year-old.
Such a funny
That
thing
part,
to say.
that part, Elon, you're dead to me because you use Substack. But by the way, Camille, if I see you on Instagram ever again, you're dead to me. But it's besides that, though, I'm kind of with Elon at this point. I'm like,
Yeah.
listen, I bought this Twitter thing. This is not some joke. This is actual business. Unlike your shitty Substack thingy. This is like a multi-million-dollar. People are hired and stuff. I'm not running this. Like, you keep thinking like this is some French. And everything Matt says is like, oh, mommy, I hate, I'm not like daddy, love me,
Too funny.
why are you putting me in the middle of your
I
love?
know. Is your
Jesus
microphone there,
Christ.
by the way? You sound a bit funny.
It is, I think.
Oh, yeah, it's nice. But yeah, you know what I just realized watching Majority Report? No, I think it's coming from there. It was just a bit funny. Watching Majority Report, I realized with Majority Report, they would be like, if they were a real life entity in some way, if it was a person, we would get very long when it comes to bitching about stuff. Because my favorite thing is the libertarian love bitching about libertarians, and they do that all the time. And now this too. I feel like that's where me and Majority Report get along when it comes to having
yeah,
little
for sure.
bitching sessions like this,
That,
hating
I
on
feel-
Matt Taibbi, hating on libertarians. We're very
But
much
that's-
aligned there.
Yeah, I feel like, to be honest, but that's my alignment with everybody. Is
No,
like
with
I
them it's
enjoy
very
bit-
particular.
I mean, they are
it's
good
like
at
they
it.
hate Matt Taibbi as much as me.
Oh, they
We're
yeah,
like,
they hate Matt Taibbi with a passion that is, that is like hell. But I would say I think bitching is the best part of everybody. Just
for
whenever
sure.
they're
But with them,
complaining
we
whenever
like to
they're-
bitch about the same things,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Sam
true.
Cedar,
I
he
mean-
spends half his time just talking to someone about libertarian stuff, just the same things. Just
I gotta say,
bitching.
I'm over that. You are the one who's super into.
But they're
like,
just so
shitting on
funny. They're
libertarian.
just so
No,
funny.
it's been we've been doing it for 30 years now. I can't do this anymore.
But they're
I
just so
can't.
funny.
Seriously. Like, I know, but
You take a
again,
little
we-
break
we-
and then you jump back right into
No,
it.
I
Take like a
can't do
month
this.
off.
I'm done. I'm putting this aside. It's not
Dive right
healthy.
back into
It's not
it.
healthy to make fun of the same group of people for 3 decades.
Okay, fine. Take a year or two off, but trust me,
Uh,
come back. You'll feel good.
You need to diversify, do something ethnic or something for a while. But yeah, it's just, and libertarians, both libertarians and hardcore sort of Stalinist. It's just, I'm tired of them. Too stupid.
Those were never into. But let's watch a little bit more. We have Joe Rogan coming up here too.
Search
It's
ban at
hilarious.
one point, and a lot of my 1.9 million followers still don't see my content. So, like, what's amazing about this too is Taibbi's only turning on this total charlatan and this capricious billionaire hack. Now that it's
I feel
affecting his
like he
bottom
wasn't
line,
even a
because
charlatan
he's bummed
in this case.
that
He was
he's not
honest.
able to promote his Substack where he can monetize this. Like, he did not
Oh, I thought she meant Matt Taibbi's a charlatan. Sorry.
No,
Yeah,
he's
sorry, yeah,
capitulating to the charlatan. I mean,
Monetize
he
the
was
Twitter-
very obviously charlatan-y. Like he was like, yeah, I'm doing it for freedom of speech. Wink, twink. Like, you know, it's like, obviously he's not doing it for that. Grow up. Anyway.
Twitter files as a way to promote his future monetization of his writing, right? Because that was the trade-off. Elon says you have to exclusively post this on Twitter, and then Taibbi says, okay, but clearly this will give me a bigger platform, so then I can launch my Substack, and then that will be the end of it. And now Elon's reneged on that part of the bargain. He's shadow banning the links to Substack because of some petty feud. And like, Taibbi, you know, maybe having a little bit more of a discerning eye about your source and his track record of being a lunatic might have helped
donate?
you before, you know, you swam
We're
off
going to
the
give
pond
money
with a
to
scorpion on your
someone.
back, and now he stung you. Sad to see.
Yeah, we have this clip from when he was on Joe Rogan talking about S-ing the D of this billionaire who he tried to ride for. I mean, Frank.
That's okay. Oh my God! And then this,
Man, that
this
guy
is just the
so
cherry
bitter.
on top of the cake. Yeah, the Joe Rogan stuff. Yeah, you're right. He can be.
Yeah, I feel like that guy is too like anti Matt Taibbi, but
A little bit,
yeah, this was fun.
and also when he talks about Elon Musk, he just like, I guess here we didn't hear it, but he's like this Afrikaans guy. It's just a bit too much.
Oh yeah,
I don't like it.
He's got that nationalist socialist vibe to me always, like the working class of America type, you know.
Let's see. Actually, he probably says it here twice. I think it was probably here. It couldn't have been somewhere else. Let's see.
Of this billionaire who he tried to
see.
Yeah, we have this clip from when he was on Joe Rogan talking about S-ing the D of this billionaire who he tried to ride for. I mean, frankly, shorter than I think he should have. Like Afrikaner fucking psycho that he should have seen this coming from the very beginning.
I don't like
instead,
that.
this is what he
That's so
was saying
unnecessary. Why do you? I mean, I
No,
know,
you
of
don't like
course, the
ethnic.
history. Yeah,
No,
of course.
you don't like the ethnic jokes?
No.
Just the libertarian ones? That's the only...
Especially because if you make a different ethnic joke, he'll be all up in arms. So I mean, I
yeah, for
understand.
sure. Or,
I understand.
"Man, this guy-"
I understand
Oh,
that
yeah.
Africans are easier
Make a
to make
trans
fun
joke in
of
front of this
because of the history. But yeah, still. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I make a trans joke
Yeah.
in front of this guy, he'll lose all his shit. You are marginalizing the trans community online. Haven't they suffered enough? Jesus Christ. No, I agree with you there. No,
Yeah. Even
No,
though, of
I'm
course,
I'm
they're different
equal-
groups, there is context, but still, I'm like, you
No,
don't
no,
need to bring it
the-
up. It doesn't add anything, if you ask me. If anything, it makes you seem a bit too bitter, which is not a good thing.
That's true. Okay, but what if you are bitter?
Then hide it. Hide it. You're not you don't have to show everything.
No, you don't? I thought you have to show everything.
Everyone's bitter, but keep it to yourself, okay?
All right. But I would say if
That's
you're
what you think
equal-
of before you go to sleep. That's what that moment is for, you know?
I
You
see.
just
That's-
and when you wake up.
I spend that moment thinking about how to express my
No,
bitterness.
that's not. Save your bi-
Not productive.
Save your bitter thoughts for then instead of
I would say
on
if you're-
camera.
if you are bitter though, try to be an equal opportunity bitter person. So you don't focus on one ethnic group. It's bad. It's a bad look these
Yeah,
days. It's
regardless
bad.
of the history, you don't have to. And especially because, Elon Musk, I don't even know if he knows he's South African. I feel like if you ask him, like, where you're from, he'll forget. It's just not a forefront part of his personality as we know him, of his
I
character as
think-
you know him. He
No,
could
you're
carry-
right. But you're right, but I do think it's sort of as a part of the algorithm of his personality. It's like the part of the math that sort of
Listen,
I don't know.
did he even grow up in
added
South
to his
Africa?
weirdness, like
Yeah,
all the other
sure,
like Peter Thiel is just your normal average billionaire vampire, but you know, Elon is just odd. It's just there is nothing, you know. I feel maybe South African is because I don't know if you know this, but in South Africa, when you flush a toilet, it goes reverse. Did you know that? So I think that may have played a role in him.
Is that true?
I think that's true.
What?
That's true for Australia. In the
Oh, okay.
southern
So what, in the
hemisphere.
UK too then? Oh, in the
No,
southern
in southern
hemisphere.
hemisphere. Yeah,
But
no,
then
in
that would have
Asia,
to be
you're
the
saying
case
it's a
in Brazil.
British thing. It's a
I've never realized.
British
Next time I go
empire.
to Brazil, I'm gonna look. Okay, guys,
Yeah.
I have to go flush a toilet right now. Get
But
to the
can you-
airport, run to the bathroom.
Every house we go, Camille runs to the bathroom and starts flushing every toilet. I'm just
Oh.
saying it has added an awkwardness to him. That's all.
Yeah,
I think.
maybe. But okay, let's watch the Joe Rogan clip, which has the funniest sentence. I find that Matt Taibbi
Can we
says.
play that?
Can you guess, by the way, what I think? They cut it so short that I think we'll be fine.
All right.
They cut, but
Joe is coming back on YouTube anyway, but yeah.
do you know what I'm referring to potentially or no?
I think so.
Keep it to yourself then, but let's see.
Joe Rogan and all the
Well,
young men.
Maybe
that
not,
watch
I
that.
don't-
And what date was this on?
February of
February
13th of 23.
So this is 2 months before those text message or those DMs were sent.
It's so strange to get such
Cut through like a
'cause
20 seconds ahead. I don't care what Rogan says.
who's Elon Musk essentially on letting all the information get released. Yeah, I mean, I think Elon Musk essentially he spent $44 billion to become a whistleblower of his own company. Yeah, and I mean, I don't really fully know his motives in doing that. I think he's got a pretty developed sense of humor, though. Yeah, and that.
What is your toddler? Like, oh, he can eat his own food. I'm so impressed. Like, who the fuck says that about somebody else? He has a pretty developed sense of humor.
Listen.
Like, just you have to be so up someone's ass to like marvel at them in that way. I was surprised this guy
Look.
by himself went to the bathroom and did his business and came out. Very very developed
him-
person.
I told him a couple of Polish jokes, and he just started laughing immediately. It was unbelievable. He was like that. As soon as I said Polly, he was like laughing.
He has a pretty developed sense of humor. What a bullshit.
He
I mean,
takes humor places where they don't.
like, what is
exist.
your toddler? Are we still talking about Elon or his kids? Like,
Yeah,
what
it's just
is-
such a pretentious, like this is the most pretentious, like this is exactly the type of shit you would tell somebody when you wanna exactly like, you know, kiss their ass, like develop sense. What is he, Cicero? Like develop sense of humor. His writings, you know, I become lost in the words, he says. What are you talking about? We met the guy. There is videos of him. You know that, right? Like, you know,
Develops.
like, get-
What a
man,
clown.
Matt, I hate
Spent all
Matt
his money
Taibbi
at the
so much
Adidas
now.
store here too, huh? He took
Yeah.
He's
I
like,
think he's getting-
matching hat and shirt.
He's probably writing to Adidas, I have refused a number of occasions to criticize you and have worn your hat on the most popular
But
podcast.
yet I asked for a
Yet-
discount and I was refused.
Whenever I want the white Adidas shoes, I have to pay the full price. This is not fair. I hate him so much now, man, because he's like
Sorry.
it's just because I used to like him, and now I'm like I've become so doubtful of everything about like Jesus Christ. I
Nah,
couldn't
I'm
have,
sure-
could I? He was good at hiding it. He was better at hiding it before or something, right? I don't know. It's-
Too funny.
This
I
is
think
bad.
this is finished. Let me see.
Comes through.
Yeah.
I think he gets a kick out of seeing all this stuff come out on Twitter, which used to be the kind of the private stomping ground of all of these whiny journalists.
opposed to
and
now.
now here
Like him.
Who's the
here's all
whiny
this
journalist
information that is just horrifying to all of them. I mean, $44 billion is a lot to spend on that thrill, but I'm glad he did.
Well, he truly believes that
Like somebody splurging to, you know, do like propeller skiing, as if that's the same exact thing. You know, he bought this to either destroy it.
Too funny.
Yeah,
Too
good
funny.
people. Good people. All of...
But yeah,
yeah.
we got a few more
Yeah,
stories.
Do we?
They're very short, and just the Norman
yeah.
thing. Do you want to just take 5 seconds just to reset, and then we go right into it?
Sure.
Alrighty, Sam. So we're approaching the tail end of the show, so to speak. But yeah, here Norman Finkelstein had the one and only Norman had debated this rabbi kind of Michael Jackson, apparently affiliated kind of guy, on the Piers Morgan show. One little thing
Michael Jackson affiliated? Why?
I think that's what they say. We'll hear this is a Majority Report clip. They say apparently this guy's rise to fame, or like first thing of fame, was that he was like Michael Jackson's spirit. Somewhat, I'm sure we'll hear this in this a little bit that we'll watch. But one little thing before we get into it, did you know apparently Piers Morgan, he framed it as a good thing, but he lost, so he's no longer on TV apparently. They're only putting him, he's only on YouTube now. Did you hear that?
Really? No, I assumed he's on TV. I didn't know.
No, I mean, this happened very, very
Pierce
recently.
has been demoted. So he's been demoted to only serve the online people. That's interesting.
Yeah, he talked TV. He's just to YouTube. So unnecessary. He says that it's unnecessary to be on TV and all this, but I mean, you wouldn't mind because you can do both. You can just be on TV and then put the clip on YouTube.
You do know we can clip that and put upload it online. That's possible.
But
usually, I mean, to be fair, he's a smart lad. He's not, he's always trying to. It seems, he'll be but that's a good. I'm glad he's. I think if he sees there is enough money in it, he might just end up becoming like a, leftist leader of some kind.
He doesn't mind.
Like, he doesn't mind. Yeah, exactly. That should be his motto. I don't mind. I don't really mind. If you want to give me money, I don't.
In principle, there's no problem.
There's no.
It's about the details. How does it look on paper? On the ground? Practically
paper
speaking.
How many views you said? Yes, I am pro-Palestine.
Yes, one of those, calculators that like goes. Yeah.
I am Gazayan. I am adopting Gazayan. Right now, it makes sense, guys. Financially,
today. Tomorrow, I don't know. But...
Today, I am Palestinian. Tomorrow, we'll see. Maybe Israeli.
Let's see.
Know him prior to this, but
this chap?
This is I think a pretty good like a good demonstration of the quality of the different arguments on the anti-Israel and pro-Israel side.
Here we go.
Israel stops obliterating Gaza and killing so many innocent people in the process, or I'm not sure what the alternative is. How do you read where we are with this war?
There are many ways to read it. You can read it politically, you can read it militarily, you can read it strategically, or you can read it from a point of view of human rights and international law, so long as it bears on human rights. Now, when it comes to the very last consideration, I think it's very clear how we should read it. Namely, the International Court of Justice, the supreme judicial body in the world, has said that Israel is under two obligations. Obligation number one is to honor the laws of war in what it's doing in Gaza. And obligation number two, Israel has to provide humanitarian aid and assistance to the people of Gaza. Those are its two obligations under international law. The court also ruled that Israel is plausibly committing genocide, and there is no evidence whatsoever, zero evidence, that since the court ruling, Israel has changed its tactics or its strategy in Gaza. So as of now, as we speak, Israel is still, by the conclusion of 15 judges in the International Court of Justice, 15 of the 17 judges, Israel is committing genocide or plausibly committing genocide, and it's not honoring its obligations as they were spelled out by the International Court of Justice.
Okay.
So a very clear, dispassionate legal case there from Norm Finkelstein. I think you'll all agree. I don't even know if we have...
Man, Norman though, man, right before we continue, man.
Different level of
He's
person.
so clear cut in his thing.
I know,
like,
right?
I mean, those sentences had no wasted words or or anything.
Exactly. Like he was like a perfect teacher or lawyer, basically. Yeah, exactly. Like if you wanted the explanation of something.
But man,
whatever
I'm
it
glad
was.
this is happening to him. He's really having like a second.
Renaissance
It's been,
of some kind.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's good, man. Again, I told you the other week, it's especially amazing as Alan Dershow is like uploading videos that are getting like 2 views or something. Yeah.
How many views, Jesus Christ, do you think this video that we're watching right here got?
Oh, this is a
it's
big
on the
one.
screen.
And
this is on Majority Report. This is the Majority Report
oh,
coverage.
good. Oh, I sent you the original.
260,000, the Majority Report coverage. And the Piers Morgan one I saw before, 970,000, almost at 1 million.
Camille, we should email Ron. Email Ron right now. What is going? Tell him, is there a way we can come on whenever he's like going?
Look at this. 3 days ago, 920,000. Doing much better than all these other videos once ran. Okay, here he has 1.6 with a mafia boss.
Bit?
It's a mafia boss. Right. 940 with PBD. And then the other one's
high or
400.
low for him?
9 is exactly like Norman.
Oh, nice.
All the other ones less. Okay, here, Imran Khan's sister, 1 million. So
Imran Khan's sister? I should check that out. That's interesting.
But man,
really?
What I like about Norman is that he's enriching the other people around him too. He's just spreading the love and the money all over the place. What about his own channel now?
I'm sure it's doing good, but I wish he didn't spread. I'm sure we'll be damaged by my idea too, but I wish he didn't spread the love so much. But
75. But yeah, let's just hear the other guy here.
Do you have any notes?
I was surprised that, he didn't even come out and say it's not a war, it's the situation.
Let's go to the initial claim to fame. Maybe there was something before that, but Omar, I'm cranked up with them too. But yeah, here's the response. Let's not prejudge it, guys. This might be we might get some. Look, maybe our bubble is about to be.
Now there's a rational.
Semite. You said, you have my word that God willing, I will digitally decapitate, digitally disembowel, and try and debate such a serious matter.
First of all, thank you for having me back, Pierce. It's nice to see you. And Norm, I hope you don't mind if I call you Norm. You can please call me Shmuley. Norman Finkelstein is on the show for only one reason. If the journalistic idiom that Jews are news is true, because Israel's this big, it gets this much attention, then how much more so Jewish anti-Semites get the brightest headlights. Norman Finkelstein is the foremost Jewish anti-Semite on planet Earth. He actually attacked his own parents, whose only crime was to be Jewish. Their entire family was annihilated in Warsaw. They're not victims. They hated Germans and wanted them dead. He didn't think to himself, maybe my parents wanted the Germans to suffer to stop the war, to break the will of the German people, to stop murdering, gassing 10,000 Jews per day. His hatred of the Jewish people.
I'll just say that's a pretty uncharitable.
Man, we're gonna play a bit more. I mean, I know all these background stories, and I barely understand what this guy is saying. Hold on, hear a little bit more here.
He calls Israel a satanic state that comes from the boils of hell. He calls it a vandal state. He said that the 15 people murdered in the Charlie Hebdo massacres, he has no sympathy for them whatsoever. But this is the most telling thing of all, and you discussed this the last time. He said, on October 7th, hours after the massacre of 1,200 Jews started, he wrote, "It warms every fiber of my soul to see the children of Gaza smiling as their arrogant Jewish supremacists that have been humbled. The stars above in heaven are looking down. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Let's just go through this. 400 women shot in the genitals, their breasts cut off as terrorists played with their bloody breasts like a football. Glory, hallelujah.
He's fucking act of, just shouting the biggest nonsense that comes to his mind and misrepresenting everything. Didn't work. If you check out the Piers Morgan video, most of the comments were saying that I wish I had half as much fun as Norman Finkelstein is having. This is the Majority Report video, so I'm sure the comment section is far stupider. But it's just he's talking nonsense. He's like, when in the beginning he was referring to the fact that Norman Finkelstein talks about how his parents hated the Germans. And he was saying, he hates his own parents. He doesn't think they didn't hate the Germans because of the. It's just nonsense. It's just. There is no other way. I don't know, like, who can parse this through? Like, there is nothing there. It's just like. By the way, do you like when you become evil? Does that do you have to look like a fucking orc from Lord of the Rings or something? Is this does this looking like disgusting monster come with the political beliefs? It seems like, I don't know why, but it's just it looks like a dried out raisin in Florida, where he seems to be based. So I guess. And what's with the white suit? Like, what is this? Like, what is going on? Why nobody dresses normal or looks normal? Except Pierce and Norm.
Norm looking slick, simple and slick.
He's in the he's not doing the bookshelf look. This is a different look. Is he somewhere? Is he traveling right? What is going on?
Oh, this is the article I had opened.
And about Piers Morgan.
Yeah, that's it. Then you sent some Donald Trump stuff.
No, Donald Trump was just, I wanted to keep you updated that they're still trying to take down our boy.
I heard.
And it's, he's fighting back. Our boy is fighting back.
No, I heard that.
Nikki Haley's still.
Oh, yeah, and this, goddamn, 354.
Clearly he's innocent again, obviously. I don't know the case, but I'm sure he's innocent. So, these goddamn monsters make up. This is perfectly segues to our next story. There is so many people with so much negative attitude and outlook, and everybody's suspicious. Like Alexei Navalny, he passes away in a prison, and everybody know he was killed. He got sick. People get sick. It's cold. Look at that place. It's very cold. They leave the radiator off one night, and you get sick, and things happen. Everybody knows he was murdered. How do you know? I don't know. Show me.
Oh, what's this? What is? Here's some property Google is telling me.
Yeah. Is that the Swiss money symbol? CHF.
So I'll take this.
What do they call their money? Franc? Swiss franc?
Swiss francs.
They call it that too. They don't have a
No,
Canadians
they say francs.
How did the Canadians come up with a loony and toonie system for their money?
No, but loony and toonie is not for the money. It just refers to $1 or $2. But yeah.
I'm sorry.
But in Canada, there's funny things like that too. In Canada, a case of beer usually 24.
It's called Bugs Bunny.
No, it's called the 2-4. You buy a 2-4 because there are 24 in there. So they're very pragmatic people. Actually, we are very pragmatic.
Yeah. Where are you gonna live? Where there is just ice and bears. That's very practical.
Hey, the summer is very nice.
Yeah, for 2 months.
That sweet spot from July 22nd to August 8th.
The 2 weeks that you can go out, take off your jacket. Maybe you have to still wear a jumper or something. Very practical people. Yeah. So good stuff. Yeah. Very good week for everybody. I feel. Russia, America, everybody did. Good not week. We took, what was our break this time? A month, I feel.
Yeah, this was the longest one, probably for sure.
All right. So good month to everyone. Well done. Especially Cornel. I mean, it seems basically Cornel tried to go for Jill Stein, but this time his wife is not letting it happen. But you know,
standing strong. She knows what she got herself into.
Is she his first wife, like post internet?
I thought you were gonna say post COVID, you know?
Yeah, she'd probably she's probably a third one post internet at least.
This calendar year.
I'm engaged to somebody, but we are not officially tied it down.
But if you look at the fiscal year, then it's a bit different. So
by the time the tax season comes, we are married.
You mixed in all these different calendars.
I mean, we can even use the tax man as one of the witnesses. Really. Please, sir. You know me. Come on, we know each other.
Too funny.
Cornel.
But okay. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in our next video. Thank you.